Hello everyone and welcome back to Danganronpa, where we am pretty sure this will be the last few episodes. Let's get this started. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto,
Early, Makoto.
listen.
Does it mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And she just said it. And and just like she said. Yep. Byakuya. Byakuya? Arrived one after another. But they were all in the same state of shock. You know? Hero? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was deafening silence. Fear. Suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
you called for me and so I appear.
I have no idea what to say that. I will say it.
I'm on fire!
Ah, strong, silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My lines are ablaze. Okay, you're exaggerating there, but you always are.
Yes!
Well, listen, everything'll be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
My sharp scissors. With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and give enough shift to masters of evil. I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable boys. But what's Master wants? It can be boy or girl or anything in between, I can handle it. Well, good to know that you're inclusive. That's a good thing. Oh, good, you're back. Am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Ew, I'm wearing our gloomy ghost face, I see. Okay, well then, let's begin.
Chills! Chills!
The final pass is gonna slaughter in the pitch black despair. Maximum sour?
That's
Really? Alright, this is the final class trial. And this time, it'll be fair. I don't mean this time. But all the slender, I'm a fair and good standing, you know. No, you're not. There was a fair guy universe got this. I take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game. Super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white!
And I'll be sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than hope. Sure.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys...
Don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my
It will
family.
be over in no time. The inexplicable coincidence, Byakuya was the first to the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word, they just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
Acting really odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
You know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however...
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. The class trial. Right. I'm ready.
So...
Ready to win, right? Of course! I'm glad to hear you say that. And Kyoko was aboard the elevator. Time to head in! I started making my way towards the opening. Step after step towards the gaping maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeat to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I push my anxiety down. Body. Finally, on still legs. We head in. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without a warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper still. Yeah. We're gonna do the thing again, just go on with it, because it's really repetitive anyway. We get it. It's going deep in. Okay, maybe that was too much. I'm a child. I close my eyes. Sigh. Fell away. All sounds too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open. Last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator. An end. Slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site. What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? The long-awaited last stage. The always exciting final boss stage. I'm gonna sit on this one. I'll just sit right here. The vacant 16 seat.
Thrills, chills,
Well then,
chills!
let's begin. Let the slaughter begin. Let's begin.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all
so.
that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me! I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
What?
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right!
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a
Must be this.
coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working
Yeah,
together.
it's this.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How could the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
No, that's wrong.
I mean, no, that's right.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
Or something like that.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
True. Figured as much in this, in which
Hero,
case.
you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
But we also see Byakuya's and Poco's. This one too. It's just like I thought. Yep, everyone's here.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
And just like I thought, we're gonna use them to make everyone paranoid.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
No, it's not.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
You already did something evil. I don't see why not you wouldn't do anything else differently. Proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. Listen, the connection regarding the person that isn't shown in the group photo. The one who got the
I
photo.
got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Yes, please.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just excuses. Something else that bothers me about everyone's picture. What is it? What's digging to
Listen,
me?
can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Something unusual about these group photos. If you compare each one of them one more time. Byakuya's. Okay. Hina's. Okay. Hero. Mine. The only two things that I've seen is that one, Celeste doesn't wear anything other than her own costume, and two, in each of these, Junko's face is not seen. Can't see her face, which is weird. Something strange about all of them. I think I can quite pin down. Something.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
It's the thing, isn't it?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
I don't remember this picture. It isn't only because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. Unbelievable, but entirely horrifying reason. Amnesia?
Now I understand. Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
Well, naturally, they wouldn't believe it. No matter how much you refused, that's your truth. You have no choice. You can't move forward until they accept it. There's another way to prove it beside those pictures. The DVD.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we all lost our memories.
It's totally stupid, obviously.
You're saying we all... Since when did this turn into...
I promise you, I haven't lost ever since I got to this school. I remember everything that's happened.
Do you?
No, that's wrong. Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, we're not.
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
I mean all of us, including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever?
It's a bit far-fetched.
That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it.
Unfortunately.
Am
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then I really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
Hard to believe.
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Well, it's obvious that, to me, it seems that our school lives, the years or year that we passed together in that school got wiped away. The moment we stepped foot in it, all of our memories were gone. All of these other memories are gone. Because if we remember the beginning of the game, we remember everything from before we stepped into school, and then everything become a hazy blur. And then we're in the school. Like, we wake up in a class, stop remembering how we got there. It's weird. Original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
Do we do that? Oh, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro is the true mastermind. That's what we need to expose.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
Oh,
No, that's wrong.
that seemed a bit obvious.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Yeah, begin with 16 students. No one else stepped foot in the... Oh. That doesn't explain anything.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto!
What? Why me?
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed!
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The Mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point.
Especially if we calm
Rather
down.
than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yes, please.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
Not
He's
enough.
right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
What was actually got there? And the other wounds, maybe?
All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Yeah. Several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does.
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Nope.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know...
You're wrong.
She denied me. Before I could even say anything. Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say
you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother even saying it in the first place? Cause, you know, let her speak. Sheesh. It's probably a profile.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Nope.
No, that's wrong. No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
But when did it happen and how? That is the question.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
Like so.
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
Mastermind makes the
got
most
it.
sense.
The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me.
Logically
But I was
speaking.
wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Because you're a liar. No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if she didn't see her face. Mukuro had a very obvious stereotype to compare him to that masked attacker. Should be obvious.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
I hope I'm right on the hand. I can't remember if it's the left
You
or the
never
right
saw their
one.
face, right? So you can't have any. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
No! Ugh.
Shoot.
You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now.
You're wrong. There's another part of the attack that we can use to...
Oh? And what is it, the right hand or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be
The hips.
I'll try both
You
hands.
never saw their.
so you can't have any. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro.
No, that's wrong.
Oh! Thank God. Sorry.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me.
And was completely barren.
And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
By showing her hands. I could say anything. Yep. It was removing a glove.
Your hands!
Without thinking, a gasp. It was more than just a little burnt skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
Or her.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
It seemed to savor the bit. Whatever. And she put her glove back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet, because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
Yeah.
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
Only one place.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
The biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body, and it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
Proof that shows that the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. It's the tarp.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess! Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved!
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous.
Seems
Because
to be.
the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Seems like so.
You talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Gives us in the biolab. What are you talking about?
La la la, I can't hear you! La 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 la!
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Need to put myself together and think. Consistency in the biolab, could it be?
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
It's been a while. So, kinda.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, need to calm down. Yes, you do. Can't let him get it to me. Just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. But if I want to shut him up, I need to expose inconsistency and slam it with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area of the number just don't match up.
Are you? You're getting all riled up! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Ah! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? I'm not listening! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
I forgot that was a choice to do. That you could just roll.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
Exactly.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Unlight doesn't make sense. There should be 10.
10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. But the keys to solving this is this mystery. Sayaka, Junko, Neon, Shiro, Ando, Saka and Ifumi, Celeste, Sakura, Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappear.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Reason there are less body than murders. The explanation of more murder than victims. Why is that? Oh.
Shoot! done!
Same person was killed
What
twice?
about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Or you know,
Murdered again?
or you know, their corpse was, you know, used as a prop. Like I suggested.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Wait, what?
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional. Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
This person who was murdered twice. With injuries all over their body.
Who is this someone?
Injuries all over their bodies. Oh my god. Oh my god!
Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
No, that's wrong.
Oh my god!
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
I need a minute to process that. I'll be right back.